Danica Patrick has once again gotten caught up in controversy after making a provocative statement that sparked a whirlwind of reactions, especially against NASCAR. Patrick, who is known for her outspokenness both on and off the track, has come under fire for her newest remarks, which include references to high-profile figures like Anthony Fauci and hot-button cultural debates around transgender problems. Supporters are rallying around her unreserved position, while detractors accuse her of inciting divisive sentiments. This is something NASCAR will surely want nothing to do with. However, they have no choice but to accept what's happening. So what is exactly going on? And why is NASCAR so frustrated about it? Patrick's opinions have previously sparked dispute. Her previous statements on the handling of the Los Angeles wildfires and fairness in women's sports have also elicited strong criticism. Patrick, a figure who has never shied away from voicing her opinions, continues to spark passionate debates in social and political circles. Danica recently blasted California's government reaction to wildfires, including Governor Gavin Newsom, whom she referred to as Newcomb. In addition, she has expressed support for prohibiting transgender athletes from playing in women's sports, citing her own experience as a female athlete in a primarily male-dominated field. But the most upsetting for NASCAR was the fact that Danica Patrick has once again found herself in the headlines following a contentious Instagram post. Patrick publicly supported former President Donald Trump's decision to revoke Dr. Anthony Fauci's security detail during the COVID-19 outbreak. Patrick uploaded a news article about Fauci losing his security detail on Instagram stories with the bold caption, "Damn right. The last thing NASCAR wants is for its drivers, analysts, and crew to be openly engaged in politics. What if it backlashes onto NASCAR's reputation? Surely that won't help the falling giant." So Fauci was initially granted security protection in 2020, owing to numerous threats he received while serving as a prominent public health authority. Trump responded to the judgment saying, "No, they all made a lot of money. They can hire their own security." Patrick's support for this decision has sparked a whirlwind of debate, with both admirers and detractors commenting on her position. This latest post highlights Patrick's burgeoning political profile, notably as a vociferous Trump supporter. During the 2024 presidential election campaign last year, she made waves by revealing on Jesse Watters' Primetime that she will cast her first presidential vote in 2024, firmly stating that it would be for Trump. Patrick referred to the vote as the vote of reason, thinking that Trump's administration has the potential to make America greater than ever before. Aside from supporting Trump, Patrick has used social media to push for issues that are consistent with conservative ideals, such as her strong opposition to mask laws and vaccine obligations during the pandemic. She believes that such measures violate personal freedoms and has regularly questioned the trustworthiness of public health officials, escalating the debate. As expected, Patrick's remarks sparked heated debate on social media and other sites. Critics swiftly denounced her position, accusing her of jeopardizing the safety of a public servant who played an important role during the pandemic. Many argue that her remarks add to the harsh political atmosphere that has plagued the country in recent years. Patrick's admirers, on the other hand, have rallied around her, congratulating her for sticking to her principles and supporting Trump's initiatives. However, NASCAR is on its toes. Does it step in? Does it remove her from the roster, wiping out her name from NASCAR's day-to-day? What option does it have? Her vocal support for conservative viewpoints has been persistent, as indicated by her earlier criticism of Democratic-led initiatives. Notably, she has been an ardent critic of California Governor Gavin Newsom, taking to X to question his administration's handling of the Los Angeles wildfires and demanding for his resignation, using the insulting nickname Newsom. Patrick has also spoken out on cultural issues, firmly opposing transgender athletes participating in women's sports. She claims that her own experience in a male-dominated sport exposes the physical distinctions between men and women, which is consistent with Trump's campaign messaging on gender and justice in sports. Despite the backlash, Patrick continues to utilize her position to support conservative causes, cementing her reputation as one of the most politically vocal personalities to come from the world of motorsports. Patrick's political activism is not restricted to social media. She has attended numerous Trump rallies and served as a guest speaker at conservative conferences. Her talks frequently address themes of patriotism, self-reliance, and a belief in minimal government action. These appearances have solidified her position as a key voice in the conservative movement. Patrick's most recent remarks bolster her contentious public persona, eliciting equal parts praise and criticism. Her legacy in NASCAR has always been a source of dispute, with some praising her role in breaking down barriers for female drivers and others questioning her on-track performance. Regardless of your feelings, her influence on sports marketing and media coverage is indisputable. However, NASCAR is at a crossroads. When do they step in, if they even step in? It's a tough balance for the sporting giant. While Patrick's racing career received mixed reviews, she used her fame to develop a formidable brand and influence beyond motorsports. Her turn to political advocacy displays her determination to participate in public conversation, regardless of how polarizing her views are. In addition to politics, Patrick has expanded her brand into wellness and fitness, producing books and establishing a thriving health and lifestyle company. However, her outspoken political beliefs have strained relations with certain sponsors and former racing colleagues who want to keep politics apart from their public image. Something NASCAR is also thinking about. Patrick's influence among Trump supporters grows, making her a key figure in conservative circles. Whether considered as an inspiring trailblazer or a divisive figure, Patrick's perspective is still relevant in today's socio-political context. Finally, Patrick's desire to embrace controversy means that she will be in the public glare for years to come. Whether she pursues political advocacy or returns to business pursuits, one thing is certain: Danica Patrick is not afraid to speak her views. Danica Patrick's vocal political activism has had a huge impact on her status in the NASCAR world, both favorably and adversely. While she was originally seen as a trailblazer for women in the sport, her recent forays into political activism have transformed public opinion and may alienate some NASCAR fans. NASCAR has long struck a careful balance between sport and political debate, frequently attempting to appeal to a broad demography of supporters with various perspectives. Patrick's outspoken support for unpopular political personalities and causes has upended this balance, putting her in the crosshairs of both criticism and appreciation. Her support for Donald Trump and strong conservative views have resonated with a part of the fan base who share her values, strengthening her popularity within that demographic. However, her stance has caused splits, with some NASCAR stakeholders, from fans to sponsors, distance themselves from her due to the inflammatory nature of her words. Patrick's political activity brings sponsorship opportunities as well as obstacles. Conservative-leaning firms may see her as a perfect ambassador, leveraging her influence in right-leaning groups. Conversely, mainstream and progressive brands that previously affiliated with Patrick during her racing career may be hesitant to align with her for fear of alienating a larger client base. This divergence reflects a larger cultural shift in sports sponsorships, in which athletes' political opinions increasingly influence their marketability. Patrick's political participation has further separated her from others who prefer to concentrate simply on racing. While NASCAR has embraced patriotic themes and national pride, it has also worked to broaden its fan base and recruit younger, more progressive audiences. Patrick's vocal views on vaccine mandates and transgender involvement in sports contradict NASCAR's efforts to build a more inclusive atmosphere. Her political flip has also influenced how former teammates, competitors, and industry insiders see her legacy. Some insiders see her advocacy as a diversion from her contributions to the sport, claiming that her platform should be used to inspire the next generation of female drivers rather than engage in contentious language. Others, however, accept her right to express her views, recognizing that her influence extends beyond motorsports and has become part of a greater cultural conversation. In the long run, Patrick's decision toward political activism may cement her status as an important conservative influencer rather than a retired race car driver. It is unclear whether this transition will improve or harm her standing in NASCAR circles. Nonetheless, it is clear that her outspoken nature continues to make waves, ensuring that she remains a relevant, if controversial, figure in the public eye. However, NASCAR might have the final say in this one, so, if and when they decide enough is enough, it might soon be over for Patrick on the NASCAR tracks. And it remains to be seen how NASCAR fans will react to that. Would you hate to see her leaving the sport, or are you happy to see some fresh blood coming in to replace her? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.